Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. So Jonathan Majors has truly been deceiving our appearances the whole time. Obliviousness is happiness. So Jonathan, as of late, got uncovered for being rough with ladies and harming a lady so seriously that he put her in the medical clinic. An ever-increasing number of individuals are approaching Jonathan to uncover his vicious past, and it appears as though this may be down to his profession. Be that as it may, what is truly happening? And what in the world does he need to say to protect himself? Jonathan Majors has had one of the longest periods of his profession up until this point, yet it seems as though everything is going to come crashing down on him after some unsettling charges were as of late made against him by a lady accepted to be his sweetheart. In this year alone, Jonathan has appeared in 2 hit films, Doctrine 3 and Subterranean Insect Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. As a matter of fact, he is on course to be the next greatest bad guy in the MCU, so his profession has essentially been destined to be strong. Indeed, up to this point, on the grounds that, besides the fact that his standing is taking a serious hit, his profession is on the line too. As per TMZ, Jonathan and the lady whose character is at present being maintained as a mystery were in a taxi coming back from a Brooklyn bar when she saw that he was getting messages from another lady. What's more, this prompted a confrontation toward the rear of the taxi. TMZ revealed that this got Majors frantic and that he purportedly snatched her hand and supposedly slapped her. We're likewise informed that the supposed casualty claims he put his hands around her neck during this. Our sources let us know that the supposed casualty had noticeable wounds, including a slash behind her ear, redness, and imprints all over. She was taken to an area emergency clinic and is in stable condition. This is a significant charge. You all and the specialists have proactively reached out. The police were called, and Jonathan was quickly captured. He was reserved, yet he likewise got delivered that very day after an appointed authority delivered him on his own recognizance and conceded him a restricted request for insurance. What this fundamentally implies is that there is a controlling request setup that prevents him from attempting to contact the person under any condition. Presently, this entire situation has been a significant shock since, indeed, Jonathan has the reputation of being one of the chillest entertainers in Hollywood. He's your common Hollywood person who doesn't cause problems, minds his business, and simply approaches everybody with deference. What's more, to this end, it's been so difficult for many individuals to accept. Insiders uncover Jonathan's savage and obscure past. Yet this is where the story gets wild on the grounds that not one but 2 individuals who have worked with him in the past have implied that his pleasant character is only a demonstration and that he's quite horrible in actuality. The main individual was a producer named Abby Allen, who tweeted, "There's a specific entertainer generally just now gaining ground who Twitter has fiercely gone totally gaga for, who in reality is a horrible, savage, harmful person both expertly and in his own life. Also, every new popular tweet about him makes me crazy." The primary tweet was about a month prior to the charges of DV against Jonathan, and Allen didn't exactly delve into insights regarding who he was discussing. Yet, when Jonathan got uncovered, somebody returned to the statement in Allen's tweet, saying, "Presently, we know who this tweet was about." Also, Allen affirmed it, saying, "Ding, ding, ding." The other individual is Tim Nicolai, who worked with Jonathan on Broadway. Tim had a more straightforward way to deal with things, and he tweeted, "I'm about to express this about Jonathan Majors and be finished with it." People at Yale and the more extensive New York City People Group have had some significant awareness of him for quite a long time. He's a sociopath and entertainer, and this is the manner in which practically everybody talks about him. It's a disgrace that it took this long for him to be accounted for. So, to individuals that say they know him actually, guarantee that he's not what he maintains that we should accept. Furthermore, that is truly very disturbing. However, at that point, this story takes a more insane turn on the grounds that, as indicated by Jonathan's camp, he was the person who called 911 on the grounds that he was stressed for the lady's well-being. True to form, he is denying the cases, which shocks no one since this isn't the kind of thing that entertainers regularly confess to, not except if there is an insane measure of proof against them. As per the police sources, Majors called 911 himself to report his anxiety about his better half, with whom he lives. At the point when police showed up, sources say the sweetheart recounted an alternate story that she and Majors were in a taxi returning from Brooklyn when he genuinely went after her. Watch officials saw blemishes on the lady's body, and they put Majors in custody. Majors was accused of strangulation, assault, and badgering. Be that as it may, this is abnormal in light of the fact that why in the world could he call 911 on the off chance that he had placed his hands on her? This could appear to defend himself, and yet there are hypotheses that this could all have been a ploy for him to take doubt off himself by utilizing the exemplary Darvo procedure, where he essentially paints himself as the person in question and the lady as the wrongdoer. This case has been contrasted with the Johnny Depp and Golden Herd cases, and it seems as though it will get incredibly chaotic very soon on the grounds that virtual entertainment has previously been divided between the people who accept that Jonathan is blameless and the individuals who accept he's being manipulative and utilizing Darvo strategies. Yet Jonathan is keeping up with his honesty, and had this legal counselor put out an announcement for his benefit saying Jonathan Majors is totally blameless and is most likely the casualty of a quarrel with the lady he knows. We are rapidly assembling and introducing proof to the head prosecutor and the assumption that all charges will be dropped inescapably. This proof incorporates video film from the vehicle where this episode occurred, witness declarations from the driver and other people who both saw and heard the episode, and above all, 2 composed explanations from the lady abjuring these claims. She proceeded. All the proof demonstrates that Mr. Majors is totally blameless and didn't hold her at all. Tragically, this occurrence came about on the grounds that this lady was having a profound emergency, for which she was taken to a clinic yesterday. The NYPD is expected to make a capture in these circumstances, and this is the main explanation for why Mr. Majors was captured. We anticipate that those charges will be dropped soon. However, that's what's implied, assuming he is found liable. His vocation will endure an intense shot. While the MCU has not put out an announcement or said anything in regards to the case, the U.S. Armed Forces have currently briefly dropped him as a minister, saying the U.S. Armed Forces knows about the capture of Jonathan Majors, and we are profoundly worried by the charges encompassing his capture. As of late, we have delivered 2 advertisements in which Mr. Majors shows up. Well, Mr. Majors is free and clear as a matter of course. Reasonability dictates that we will maneuver our promotions until the examination concerning these charges is finished. His profession is on the line. Furthermore, despite the fact that he has denied the charges, many individuals actually don't trust him and have been making statements like, assuming Jonathan Majors truly has been in jail this entire time, he's truly mentally unsound. He was simply in a meeting discussing manliness, benevolence, and delicacy. Men like that horrify me. I'm not astonished by Jonathan Majors since men don't amaze me, yet I really didn't anticipate all of this. Like he truly had the general population so tricked and hyped a delicate, manly, close-to-home man that was deliberately furthermore. I realized nothing about Jonathan Majors' character. However, what I know for sure beyond a shadow of a doubt is that any big name who shows up in a military enlistment business in the large, enormous year of perpetually wars 2023 is a mobile talking warning. Jonathan is set to show up under the steady gaze of an adjudicator on May 8. Furthermore, in the event that his legal counselor is coming clean about how this was only an unfortunate mix-up, then clearing this up in court ought to be sufficiently simple.